Okay, this is the mission builder. And right about now, you see it's really like some sort of flowchart tool. So you have your nodes, and then you can add some nodes to there. For instance, where we go, there we have vessel, nope, location, right, orbit, for instance. We start, and then we click over here, and then we click over here, and then we can orbit. So thing is, we have our start node, we have our next node, and this is orbiting. So we can tell what orbit we want to have. So for instance, I click in here, and I could enter the values, or I just, let's make this bigger so you can see it better, or I can just activate the big large view here. And where is... Huh. I'm missing something. Oh no! Ah, there it is. What I can do here, I click on any part, anywhere within that orbit, and then I can adjust the orbit. This is not a maneuver node per se. This is basically just changing the orbit depending on how you want to have it. So let's make this 130 by 130 by 100. Try to be exact. Or you could just go here and type it. And 100,000. There we go. Now we have our orbit. You can set a polar orbit, you can set any orbit. Yeah. And let's also see what else can we do. We can do some inclination changes over here, but we're not going to do that right now. Any vessel, you could specify that it has to be a specific vessel, but we don't want to do that here. That is the orbit, and you can sort of also choose which body you want to orbit. So for instance, if we want to do that Apollo mission that we did earlier on, we add another orbit node and connect it over there, and then we choose as our celestial body any of the usual bodies, and we're going to choose the moon. And yes, now we have an orbit around the moon of 33, which is okay, I guess. And you can also adjust, this is nice, you can adjust the orbital, you can adjust the... Will it be possible to mod the mission builder? I don't know, to be honest, but that's a good question. We should ask the developers. And yeah, what you can do here is set an accuracy limit. So if you put this to 100%, all of this has to be extremely precise, but by default it's set to 90%, so you have some leeway. Okay. Well, can somebody please explain to Funky e Porke e Mesmo Cat why the planes are called planes? I'm too busy building a mission. Okay, here we have this orbit, then we have that orbit at the start node. Okay, let's use the description, launch your vehicle, and spawn a vessel. We need to have a vessel, and what I want to have is a player built vessel or a creator built vessel. Yes. Oh, I need to first, I need to create a vessel. There we go. And I think I can create a new vessel in here. And then I can say create a build, which means my vessel, but this does not take into account my already built things in the VAB or anything. But maybe we can be clever. On the other screen, which you can't see at the moment, I am switching to my VAB save chips, and I'm selecting my Apollo mission. There we have missions. Okay, let's save this. No mission briefing has been entered yet. Okay. Fly me to the moon. We want to make a moon mission. the thing we did earlier. And mission pack, there is no mission pack in here. I am the ShadowZone. Okay, I'm just really quickly saving this. So it shows up. Where does it show up? Where would my missions show up if I save them? This is weird. I'm looking for... There we go. Missions. There we are. No. Huh. Look at that. I'm trying to find my... I'm trying to find where the missions are being saved. Maybe here? Ah, there we go. Okay. Sorry for confusing you. Ships, VAB, there we go. Okay. Now, I think I've just copied the Lunar mission, the Apollo 11. The Apollo 11 vehicle we've built earlier in the stream, and I've copied it into the folder of that mission. And then I can select a craft. Why not? Let's don't save this. Let's try this. Whoops. Let's try this again. And the mission builder is grayed out for some reason. Yeah, this is a bit buggy. I told you it was a pre-release. Yeah, I think we have to go back into the game, and then we have to go back into the mission builder. I had this error, this bug before, and I managed to make it work. It's just a quick thing. There we go. Mission builder is available. And let's load our moon mission. Thank you. Spawn vessel. Ah, now we have it. So we need to this now limits the mission to using this specific vehicle. We want to have it on the launch pad. The brakes are on. Auto-populate crew. That's auto-populated. It's okay. Or maybe we assign the crew. Oh, look at that. We can assign the crew. So for instance, we can say we want our scientist and we want our second pilot, because the command module has to be piloted, and we need a scientist and we need another pilot. So we have assigned the crew. There we go. The vessel description. This is the pinnacle of Kerbal engineering. Okay, and we could restrict this thing to something. There we go. Spawn vessel. If we say player build, then we can restrict it, for instance, part count or what kind of resources it desires, and so on. Actually, I can't spawn on Joule, because this can only spawn on any... the question was just asked by Clayman. You can't spawn on Joule because it only allows you to spawn on launch sites, meaning these 4 available launch sites. The launch pad on the Kerbal Space Center, the runway, the island airfield, or the new Boomerang launch site. Okay, now what are we going to do? We want to land this thing. Where is land? Go to landed vessel. There we go. On anybody? No, we don't want to land it on anybody. We want to land it the moon. There we go. We could, now this is interesting, we could say that it should land on a specific location. For instance, or a specific biome. Let's select the moon. And we can say, okay, land on here or on here. Look at how those biomes are flashing. We want to select the crater, for instance. Let's choose choose this area. This is a large enough area for us to land. I think players can manage that. Okay, maximum surface velocity. Okay, this is just how fast the vehicle can be, and so that this node is being checked. Okay, the vessel has to land, and we want a message, and it's not. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. Event node. If you click at that, then you can hide this node, and it only pops up when the player reaches it, and it's a surprise! Yay! Okay, what we have here now is basically the moon mission, but we need to go back into orb. Okay, this is a bit of an annoyance. There we go. If you press escape when you're in that connector mode, it will give you back the control without node. Okay, let's do it this way. Then we want to get back into orbit. Oh, we want to rendezvous. Can you rendezvous? No, we don't want to spawn a flag. We want to... Where is it? Why can't you plant a flag? So we cannot use this to plant a flag, for instance. Weird. Do we have some options here? No. Curious. This would be interesting if you have some sort of... Oh, maybe it's a... crew assignment. This sounds nice. Okay, the Kerbal. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, I thought this maybe would enable us to... of the Kerbal to do something. Kerbal EVA... Yeah, let's do that. We need to perform a Kerbal EVA, any crew type, and we want to have it on the moon. Yay! And any vessel. Yeah, that's okay. So, basically what I just did here was I built a small mission where you have to launch a vehicle, you have to get in orbit around Kerbal with an apoapsis of 130,000 and a periapsis of 100,000. Then you have to go to the moon with an orbit of 33,000. Then you have to land the vessel, and then you have to do an EVA. And then we could add some more nodes, like we need to... there it is! Plant a flag! Why didn't I find that? Of course we need to plant the flag. It's the moon mission, of course. There we go. Okay, once we're landed, we have to get out there, and we have to plant our flag. Okay, that's what we have to do. And then we need to get back to orbit, or at least... Rendezvous? Is there sort of a rendezvous option? Reach altitude. First of all, we have to reach orbit again. We have to reach an orbit around the moon, of course. And can we say... Let's put it at this here. Okay, and we have a really low accuracy on there, so we just need to do a sort of circular orbit, and this is going to be fine, I guess. So, can we do a rendezvous? Can we do a rendezvous? Not here. Part docking, undocking. Ooh, let's try that. First part. First part. Okay, I need to make this bigger, I think. Because we now have our vessel here. And can I zoom in? Yes, I can. I can't zoom out? What's going on here? I've just zoomed in, but I can't zoom out. Why? Why? Okay, and the second part. Let's try. Oh, come on. Nope, I don't want to reset this. I want to reset the view. Nope, we don't. No, we don't want to dock with this. Okay. Ah, come on. This is too big, apparently. I've just zoomed in, but I can't. Ah, this is great. I can actually remove all parts that are not related to docking. So, as you can see, this is a really mighty tool. Why can't I zoom out? I can zoom in and I can zoom up to this level, but I can't zoom out. Okay. Ah, come on. Okay, let's get rid of everything except for the decoupler stuff. Nope. I still can select. Haha. Ah, finally. Whew. Okay. That was a bit more unpleasant than I expected. So the thing is, we need to have this thing docked. These two parts need to be docked together. And yeah. So what we want to do is to verify that the user or whoever plays this mission has docked with docked their Muner module, in this case, with the service module. And yeah, the thing is, we wouldn't have made this objective with our mission we just did earlier because we didn't dock our vehicles. Okay. Oh, but we also can we copy nodes? Yes, we can copy nodes. This is nice. Nope. Don't want this. I also don't want. Before we get into the orbit around the moon, we want to have our docking. Can we? No, we don't want lag. There we go. And we then go over here. Okay. So we want to do our first docking, which is once we reach the orbit around Kerbin. Yeah, true, Wookie Goldberg. I could have made that sort of a special thing. Let's make it not an objective, let's make it an event. At least the second docking. The first docking is necessary to get everything everything to the moon. And the second docking is optional, and the player will be happy when they get their what's it called? Message. What's the mission message? Duration 5 seconds. Can I? Okay, I can't. I can't. What's it called? I can't do a custom message. Okay. Whoops, saving. What did I do? Oh, I accidentally pressed escape, and for some reason escape in this case completely moved me out of Mission Builder. Why? I don't know. Weird. Okay, show screen message, and you have docked again. Congratulations. Maybe this is then the message, because I can't really customize the message, at least not in this case. Okay, let's do something else. And after we leave the sphere of influence, we splash down on Kerbin. There it is. Does it have to be a splashdown? Yeah, well, it has to be if we want to have a sort of almost realistically polar mission. So we need to, and this is also the end node. All right. Let's do something that's called validation. And everything is green. No validation items to report. So sort of this mission is valid in the sense that it can run through and there are no problems. Andre Wolf, my mother tongue is German. But I've also been sort of hearing Hungarian a lot because my mother is from Hungary, and I've always been hearing and listening English. Good question, Adrian. Launch fail with an engine exploding. Interesting. I'm going to try that. I have to write that down. Launch fail explode splashdown on day side. Well, the problem is with the splashing down, as far as I can see, you can't. You can only select sort of areas, you know, or biomes, positions, and depending on when the mission, maybe there are time constraints in there, but I am not sure. So far you can, at least the splashdown does not offer you the option to select day, but maybe, I don't know, maybe there is another way to do that. So for instance, have some sort of, I don't know, special thing. I don't know. Oh, you can spawn messages. This is nice. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. You could add a timer. So if you don't perform your objective within, I don't know, 10 minutes or 1 hour or whatever. This is interesting. So you would fail the mission if this is an objective node, if you can't make it, for instance, in within some time or time since node. Okay, you can mission time, you can test time. What's the difference between mission elapsed time and time of mission? Compare against the amount of time that's passed since the mission game was started. Tests how long it has been since the selected vessel was launched. Okay. Okay, so you can start your mission and then you can start playing the mission, which means it will load in game and the vessel will be on the launch pad. But this only activates when you actually launch the vehicle. Interesting. So you could, for instance, spawn your Kerbal somewhere and then let it walk to the vehicle and then take off. So yeah, this is interesting. They have a lot of options in there. That's what I meant earlier in my other video, that this thing is mighty. Okay, what else do we want to do? We have the splashed vessel, we have our orbit, we have a landed vessel. And yeah, this is really just a very, very basic moon mission. And I'm going to save that. And the objectives are here. Orbit somewhere. Scores! We can add scores. We can add a completion bonus. For instance, let's make it 11,000, 1100 and many 11 points. Let's add something else. We can add an award. Complete the mission in under, I don't know, let's say 10 days. I think that's feasible. Oh, that's yours. There we go, 10 days. Lose, and we want to have all Kerbals survive. I don't like all Kerbals died. Traveled more than, landed the vessel, blah 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 blah, landed on the X different planets, yeah. Here, objectives are here. This is now, haha, this is nice for modders. Okay, somebody asked earlier whether or not you can mod the mission builder. I'm not sure about that, but you can integrate what mods you're using by clicking on Grab Mods List, and it will automatically integrate here. So if you share your missions, then you will. Thanks for reminding me, Adrian. If you share your missions, then people who download them will then see, oh, I need this and that mod for it to work. Where is it? There is it. Thanks you. Okay, and this is now my mission. And in order for it to work, you can view it in the tracking station. This is interesting. Now you're going to see probably what's going on. There, Splashdown vessel. This is interesting. Orbit the moon. Plant a flag somewhere, EVA. Part docking, part undocking. Okay, we can see our objectives. Let's see. What am I doing? Why don't I see those? I was under the impression that I would see sort of a marker of what's going to happen. So if I click on orbit, I would see the orbit that I would need to achieve. Well, this is a bit of a letdown. So why is this... What use is this view anyways? Hey, Sonny, welcome back. Okay, let's test the mission. So basically you have to run through the entire mission. And we have our crew on board, which we spawn. Ah, this is what I meant. You see, this is our next objective, or our first objective, and it displays the orbit that we need to achieve. And what's the next one? Yeah, once we have achieved that orbit, then we will automatically switch to the next objective. So I'm not going to repeat the entire Apollo mission again because it's getting late and I really have to get into bed because it's 11 p.m. over here where I live. So yeah, this is me just messing around in the pre-release of the Making History expansion. As I said, the mission builder is really, yes, Bully 056, it is going to be a paid DLC. It will be released on March 13th and it will cost $14.99. And, alright, where was I? Yeah, the mission builder, it's a really mighty tool and I think I'm going to do something like sort of a Joule 5 mission or some sorts. Yeah, watch for that when I am ready with it. Also, I really like the new parts, especially the 5-meter parts. As you can see here, they're not even full. So look at that. The top part of the Saturn V is empty. The middle part is just third full. And only the lower part is filled to the brim. So imagine how far and how fast this thing can go if you really fill it up and you can really do something. So yeah, I will probably going to build something really big with these 5-meter tanks. You guys know me. And the other thing is I'm currently in the middle of sort of building a new space cruiser type thing. And I think I'm going to scrap that and will use the new structural panels for that, because that is going to make it more interesting. And yeah, that's my live stream. We've been at this for 2 hours now. Thanks all of you for watching. It's been a pleasure having you, and I hope you've learned something about the upcoming DLC. And I will post the recording of this live stream later on. So yeah, as usual, thanks for watching. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel for more and follow me on my social thingies. The links are in the description. Also, you can watch one of the 2 cool videos shown on the right. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.